So hey everybody, we wanted to give you guys an update. It's Tuesday. We went to the County Board of Supervisors meeting earlier today, and it was a very interesting experience. Let me tell you, we are not the only people that are completely unhappy with Pima County right now.
Absolutely not.
Yes.
Did you see the other complaints? It was unreal.
And everything was the same thing. You guys are pushing an agenda. You guys are going against liberty. And everyone that was speaking, no matter what they were speaking about, pretty much on the same page as all of us. It was pretty nice. Now, when we spoke, we were last on the speaking list, and they kept breaking up the speakers. So by the time we spoke, there was really nobody there. But that's okay. We learned. It was our first time getting our feet wet. Also, the microphone that they had everybody speaking into is an absolute piece of crap microphone. And so the audio is all like Charlie Brown teacher. Blah, 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 blah. So next time we're definitely going to have to bring our own mics and bring our own AV equipment and make our own production of it. But overall, it was good.
I had a great time.
Yeah.
It was liberating. It made me feel so much better.
Yeah, we should have filmed this video because when we were walking out and driving home, because man, we were just so jazzed up. It felt amazing just being able to get up there, tell them our piece, and then know after watching all the other speakers that it's like, okay, there's a theme going on here. Absolutely.
But you only get 3 minutes, so you didn't get to tell them all your piece, just part of it.
Yep.
To be continued in 2 weeks at the next board meeting.
Yep. See you next time. So while we were driving home, we started talking about something. I remember a couple of election years ago, there was this story I read about some local election in Texas, and basically the Republican conservative candidate lost to the Democrat, but when they looked at the money, the conservative candidate's funding, 90% of the funding came from the local area. Whereas the Democrat who won, 90% of their funding came from out of state. So we need to do a deep dive on all of these county supporters, supervisors, campaign funds, and who is funding them. Because even though each donation has a max amount of how much it can be, if most of those donators are coming from outside of Pima County, we can really make a case. So if anybody's interested in doing a little digging, let us know. We have that homework assignment on the books.
Got to get them Pima County supervisors out of there.
The P-Mafia.
The P-Mafia.
The P-Mafia. So also, like I told everybody, I'm going back to California for Memorial Day weekend. I'm going to grab a few things out of my storage. I'm going to get my laser printer. I've also got some projectors. Yes. I'm going to bring the projectors, and we're going to use those to make signs and banners. So not Memorial Day Sunday, but the Sunday afterwards, we're going to have a banner making party so we can make a bunch of banners and signs that we can put in our yards.
And when you do show up to the supervisors meeting, just speak from the heart. Tell them the way it is.
Yeah.
You don't have to hold nothing back. No cuss.
Yep.
That's hard.
Yep.
Because motherfucker like me always cusses.
Yep, and when it comes to the next county supervisors meeting, which is going to also be the following Tuesday from next Sunday, if you don't have a ride, be here at 8 a.m. I can fit 5 extra people in the van. 4, because I'm
the more people that show up, the more minutes we get to talk.
Yes, and the more of a case we make.
So if you don't want to speak, you could have either one of us speak for you.
Yep, and Kat showed up, and Santiago, who I don't know if you guys have met Santiago yet, he owns the property on the other side of Bend for me. He and I actually bought our plots on the same day. Santiago showed up to show support. Kat showed up to show support. Appreciate you guys. Thank you immensely. We had a really good time.
I had a great time.
Yeah, we had a great time. Definitely looking forward to going to the next one.
Nothing like being able to tell them off and there ain't nothing they can do but sit there and shut up.
Yep. So I'm going to play the clips of Terry and I talking. Again, the microphone they had us talking into was absolute crap, but still I'm going to play the clips and let you guys go from there. And also, don't forget, you do not have to interact with Daniel, okay? You do not have to talk to him without a lawyer. And if you do, make sure you film while you're talking.
And only talk to him off of your property. He doesn't need to see anything on your property.
Absolutely.
Because he's just going to use it against you.
And if you've got any trouble with anything, hit us an email. Terry and I will get back to you immediately.
You can call me.
Yep.
520-256-5876.
Boom. I'll put it on the website.
I'll shoot right over there.
Bam. All right, guys. See y'all next time.
Thanks.
Well, today I'd like to speak to you guys about stalking laws. There's stalking laws on the books, and they pretty much are supposed to protect the citizens, except for when it's done by county employees, ex-county employees, and they use the county to stalk people. There's a law called gang stalking, which prohibits people from forming a group to stalk other individuals, to harass, and in their dreams, pretty much. And a person commits stalking if the person intentionally or knowingly engages in a course of conduct that is directed towards another person, and if that conduct causes the victim to suffer emotional distress, reasonable fear that either the victim's property will be damaged or destroyed. Any of the following will be physically injured: the victim's families, the animals, all of it. In Diamond Bell Ranch Estates, I was getting a divorce. I was thrown out of my house, and I got dropped off in Diamond Bell Ranch Estates by a friend who left me his property when he passed away. And all at the same time, property's been in his estate's name. I've talked to you guys before about the shipping container problem. All I had was a shipping container to put my bird and my dog in. I slept outside in the truck. No problem, I don't care. But next thing you know, you got a permit for that? $7,500 fee? I'm on disability. $7,500 fee plus your permit fees equals my entire year's income. $1,150 per month. Add it up. Doesn't take much to. You forbid me to exist with your rules, your regulations. Now I live more than 4 miles from anybody that has a house with power and water. There's no power and water up on these parts of the property that people are selling for $4,000 and $5,000. So I can either be homeless, living in front of one of your houses in a tent, which is about where I'm about to move, or I can live on my own property, which you won't allow me to do. I can't have a shipping container, but I can't have a shipping container if I petition everybody that's within 300 feet of that shipping container and pay you $1,100, my entire month's income. If I give up my entire month's income, I don't eat, I starve, I can have a place to put my bird and my dog while I try to build a home. At this point, your actions are tyrannical. You have oppressed me for the last 3 years. It's been one complaint after another because of these rich Diamond Bell people such as Matthew Nelson, Jimmy Nordstrom, Michael Van Newberry, Sheila Siri, Pablo and Valerie Mata. Pablo and Valerie Mata, when they were all complaining about me about my shipping container, they had a 40-foot shipping container in their backyard. After I posted that on Facebook, one of my neighbors reported it because I'm not into reporting people. I don't need to turn somebody else in to make myself feel better about them hurting me. I just want to live. I just want to be left alone. Am I out of time?
Yes, thank you.
Thank you.
Joel Tigert? Thank you.
Good.
Hi everybody, my name is Joel Tiger. I'm from the Diamond Bell Ranch Property Owners Alliance at TakeBackTheBell.com. 10% of the property owners should not be allowed to dictate and control the other 90%. When the Diamond Bell Ranch area was originally zoned 50 years ago in the 1970s, it was zoned to be built, site-built houses with the promise that the county would be supplying power and water. 50 years later, that never happened. Only 10% of the lots got power and water. Now those 10% use the county, use the goons like Daniel Robledo to suppress the property values of everyone else. It does not make sense. It does not make economic sense to build a site-built home on a lot that does not have power and water. Because no matter how nice my McMansion is, it will never have the value as the site-built homes 4 miles away in the neighborhood with power and water. A lot has changed since the 1970s. All of those people that built their houses in the 70s and 80s did not have to pay a $7,500 environmental impact fee. The Supreme Court has already ruled that these impact fees are unconstitutional. Unless the fee is going towards a set project, you're building a bridge, you're building a road, you can't just charge us a fee. California had to reimburse everybody who paid the $600 smog impact fee back in the 90s. You will have to repay everybody who paid that $7,500 impact fee. And if we have to file a class action lawsuit against you, not only are you going to have to pay it back, you're going to have to pay all of us that are possibly subject to it. Right now, in this economy, homesteading is what makes economic sense for people. You've got 700 lots that are affordable, that are undeveloped, that gives people an opportunity to enter the middle class.
But because of your rules and your policies, everybody is stuck in the debt cycle. TakeBackTheBall.com.